Hello, I want to talk to you about these terror attacks that's been going on in Britain. Um, People in Britain are getting a rough deal here, and people are saying, we shouldn't blame the government, we shouldn't blame the police, we shouldn't blame the authorities, we shouldn't blame the security services. Well, I'm here to tell you different. We should blame the police, we should blame the security services, we should blame the government, but we should also blame all the liberals, all the PC crackpots, and all the hardcore left-wing activists who have made this possible. And I'll tell you why. If you dare confront any of these people, and I'm going to name some of them, I know people who have confronted some of these people. Some of my friends have confronted these people. Organisations that I've belonged to have confronted some of these people and went to the authorities and said, look, these people are terrorists, and they're making no bones about it. And what's happened? They and me, on several occasions, have been threatened by the police to be prosecuted under religious hate crime speech and such like. Then the lefties have contacted things like employers, landlords. We've lost offices, people have lost jobs because then the left-wing people start putting pressure on anybody who dares speak out against this. This is not a joke. I'm not making this up. This is genuine. And I'll give you some examples. The Manchester bomber. Wow, who would have known this guy was so crazy, so fanatical, that he would walk into a kid's concert and blow people to bits and kill all those people a few weeks ago? Well, Salman Abedi flew an ISIS flag from his house. A bloody ISIS flag flying from his house. His neighbours reported him. Nothing done. In fact, the very opposite. I know people who had went and reported this guy and were questioned and told, are you racist? What is it with this racist thing? Islam is a religion. It's not a bloody race. There's millions and millions of white Muslims. I don't care what colour you are, whether you're pink with blue spots. It makes no difference to me. But if you want to kill women and children and innocent people in the streets of Britain, then it's a problem. And I don't care what colour you are. But anytime you mention anything about this, racist, the people who are responsible for the deaths of so many people are not just ISIS and the crazy Islamic terrorists. It's the left-wing liberals in this country. It's truly shocking. And we have a guy, Jeremy Corbyn, running for Prime Minister of Britain, who openly supported the IRA. And remember, the IRA blew up Manchester. They put a bomb in a bin outside McDonald's in Warrington and killed two wee boys, two gorgeous little boys, blew them, killed them. And Jeremy Corbyn defends them, and he could be the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. It's frightening. Then we have the London killers, the guys who were running about knifing folk the other day. Who would have thought it? Well, everybody in the bloody country thought it. They were on a documentary called The Jihadi Next Door. I'm not making this up. People in America, Australia, Canada watching this, I ain't making this up. This guy was on a documentary in the park in London with an ISIS flag, telling people openly he's a jihadist and he's going to wage holy war. And he does. And he kills a load of people the other day. And people are saying it's not the police's fault, it's not the Secret Service's fault. Are you for real? If you get caught with a St George flag, an England flag flying from your house, you've got the police round questioning you, accusing you of being a far-right extremist. You've got Labour members of Parliament saying people who fly England flags are potentially far-right extremists. You have the old Labour spin doctor the other day saying Brexiteers are just as bad as ISIS. This is the PC, liberal, left-wing, libtard, snowflake, mental case lunacy that's going on in Britain that's leading to people being killed. And I want to tell you something else about this guy. This guy who was on the jihadi documentary, he was Quram Butt. He worked in the London Underground, even after the documentary. He had access to the tunnels underneath Parliament, underneath some of the shopping streets in London. I'm not joking. I'm being serious. He was on a documentary as a jihadi, and he was still working for the London Underground. And remember, we had bombs in London Underground that killed 57 people a few years ago. And then we have another guy called Yusuf Zagba, who was a foreign national. I think he came from Italy originally, but he was an Islamic terrorist. He already was on a European terror watch list, and he was so severe, Syria refused him entry. Syria, where there's a gigantic war raging, they wouldn't let him in. Well, you're not coming in here. He was allowed into Britain, and he was one of the guys involved in this killing of innocent people the other day in London. And we don't blame the police, we don't blame the security forces, really. And remember this, 1/3 of the budget of the security services in this country dedicated to combating terror is aimed at right-wing extremists. I do not know any right-wing person in Britain plotting bombs I don't know anything about that. This is ludicrous. Does anybody... Okay, you've got EDL on the street, a couple of skinheads drinking beer, shouting and bawling. They ain't planting bombs, they ain't planning and murdering people, blowing tubes up, stabbing people. It's nonsense. 1/3 of the budget is used looking at people like me, because I'm a conservative Christian and I'm against Islamic extremism and against many other things. And finally, I want to say Donald Trump hit the nail right in the head with this. Sadiq Khan, the mayor of London. He's saying you just have to get used to terror. It's part and parcel of living in a big city. Really? Budapest doesn't have this problem. Many cities across the world don't have this problem. Why? Because they don't have a big Islamic problem. We have to say this. I've said it. No doubt I'll get a chap at the door and the police will be questioning me about racially motivated hate speech. And remember, Sadiq Khan, the mayor of London, is the same guy back in 2002 who vociferously defended convicted terrorists and was most upset. He said it was a stitch-up by the state. There was no evidence against these people. This is the mayor of London. This is the guy who says he's open, balanced, honest. He's totally against all this. Have you seen him coming out yet and really attacking Islamic fundamentalism and the problems? No, he just says, get used to it. It's part and parcel of living in a big city. Well, you know, I've lived in Budapest. I've lived in Belgrade. I've lived in cities all across the world. I've never seen this problem. The only time I see this problem is in cities where the liberals are in charge and the Muslims are running rampage. That's the reality. Folks, this ain't no joke. This is real. And I can assure you, people like me, only last week, a national paper called me scum. Scum. Right across the page. Why? Because I was trying to keep terrorists from entering our country illegally. I was working with the authorities. I was informing the authorities. And a national paper right across the page said, scum. This is part of the intimidation tactics. If you dare speak out against the people who are trying to slaughter you, you are labelled a racist. Well, me, I'm fed up with it. It bounces off me. I'm used to it. But folks, we really need to stand up and be counted now. Yes, you'll be attacked. Yes, you'll get a load of aggravation. But what's the alternative? Watch your kids being killed in the streets? Men of Britain, grow a set. Stand up. Speak out. They call you a racist. Who cares? Let's defend our loved ones. God bless you.